Hello everyone, welcome to my update US Gossip channel. The new episode of Sister Wives opens not with laughter or family dinners, but with the eerie echo of courthouse doors slamming shut, a haunting sound that signals the unthinkable. Kody Brown, the man who once proudly declared himself the patriarch of a united plural family, is now handcuffed, head down, walking into the Coconino County courtroom to face fraud charges that could send him to jail for years. His hair, once the wild, curly crown of his pride, is tied back tightly, no longer the symbol of rebellion and charisma it once was, but a reminder of everything that's unraveled. As the camera pans to the packed courtroom, Robyn Brown sits in the first row, trembling, mascara streaking down her face. Her sobs echo softly through the tense silence, her hand clutching a tissue that's already soaked through. It's the emotional climax that no one, least of all Robyn, ever thought would happen on Sister Wives. In a shocking turn that has stunned fans and family alike, the charges against Kody stem from what investigators describe as a $450,000 fraudulent land transaction tied to the now infamous Coyote Pass property. For years, the Brown family had built their dreams on that land, dividing parcels, arguing over ownership, fantasizing about building a shared future. But now, according to prosecutors, those same plots are at the heart of a massive deception. The courtroom buzzes as the prosecutor describes how Kody allegedly diverted money from a joint family trust into a personal LLC created under his and Robyn's names. The funds were intended for communal property development, the prosecutor declares, but instead, they were used to cover luxury expenses, pay off private debts, and even fund vacations that other family members knew nothing about. Mary, sitting several rows behind Robyn, shakes her head, eyes filled with both disbelief and a strange sense of recognition. "I knew something wasn't right," she says in her confessional, tears forming but never falling. "He told us the money was locked up for taxes, for permits, for the future of the family, but the future he was talking about was his own." The editors cut to footage of Kody pacing across Coyote Pass from 2 seasons ago, talking about fairness and legacy, the wind whipping through his hair as he told the cameras, "We're building something eternal here." Now, that very land has become the foundation of his legal ruin. Janelle's reaction is more stoic, but her voice trembles as she reflects in her own confessional. "You know, Kody always wanted control," she admits. "He said it was about leadership, but control can turn into something darker when money's involved. I trusted him with everything, and now to see it end in a courtroom, it's just heartbreaking." The producers then cut to old footage of Janelle sitting beside Kody, flipping through Coyote Pass blueprints, full of hope, unaware that those dreams were being mortgaged behind her back. Christine, now living her best post-Kody life with David Woolley, appears in a separate filmed segment. Her tone is somber but firm. "I'm not shocked," she says plainly. "Kody's been living 2 lives for years, one for the cameras and one for his ego. I feel bad for Robyn, because she's finally seeing what we all saw long ago. But if she played a role in this, even unknowingly, she's got to face that truth too." As the episode continues, tension in the courtroom mounts. Kody's lawyer argues that the transactions were misunderstood family allocations and not criminal acts, claiming that Kody was merely managing disorganized finances from years of plural family chaos. But the prosecution drops a bombshell, emails and texts between Kody and Robyn, suggesting Robyn knew about at least part of the fund transfers. "We have to keep this between us," one of Kody's alleged messages reads. "The others won't understand how this helps everyone in the long run." The camera zooms in on Robyn's face as the prosecutor reads the message aloud, her lips tremble, her eyes dart between Kody and the judge. She whispers, "That's not how it happened," almost too softly for the microphones to catch. In her confessional, Robyn breaks down completely. "I didn't know," she sobs. "I thought it was all above board. I thought Kody was fixing the family finances, not breaking them. I trusted him because I love him, because he told me we were doing what was best for the kids. I never thought it would come to this." Her voice cracks as she recalls the night federal investigators came knocking. "It was like something out of a nightmare. The kids were scared. I told them everything would be fine, that their dad was just sorting out a mistake. But now, sitting in that courtroom, I don't know anymore. Maybe I was the one living in denial. Mary, Janelle, and Christine each give their thoughts in a montage of confessionals that the editors craft into a devastating emotional sequence. Mary's voice trembles as she admits, "I still cared about him. I still thought, maybe one day, he'd apologize. But now, how do you apologize for this?" Janelle nods silently in her segment. "He's not the man we followed into this lifestyle," she says. "He's someone else, someone who got lost in pride and greed." Christine's clip, in contrast, ends on a note of finality. "This is his karma. He took so much from us, our trust, our unity, our love, and now, he's paying the price." The courtroom itself becomes a stage for what feels like the Brown family's final reckoning. The judge, stern yet composed, listens as the prosecution lays out evidence of multiple wire transfers from the family trust into what they call private benefit accounts. The defense objects, claiming that Robyn's name being attached doesn't mean she was aware. But the prosecutor counters with receipts showing a luxury jewelry purchase from Robyn's online boutique made directly from one of those accounts. Gasps ripple through the room. Robyn covers her mouth, whispering, "That was from our business account. I thought it was legitimate." In one of the most emotional moments of the episode, the cameras capture Robyn excusing herself from the courtroom during a recess, collapsing in the hallway. The producers, usually restrained during real legal moments, allow the scene to breathe. The sound of her sobs fills the air as she says to the camera operator, "I just can't believe it's come to this. We were supposed to be the example. We were supposed to show that plural marriage could work. Now look at us, look at me." She takes a deep breath, trembling. "People will think I'm a liar. They'll think I did this. But I swear, I didn't." Meanwhile, Kody sits stone-faced, staring at the floor. When asked by reporters outside if he has anything to say, he mutters, "This is persecution. They're targeting me because I live differently." But even his tone lacks conviction. For the first time, there's a crack in the bravado, a glimpse of a man who has lost everything, his wives, his children's trust, his reputation, and now, potentially, his freedom. The Sister Wives producers frame the entire episode as both a legal drama and a family tragedy. They intercut past footage of the Browns' early years, smiling family portraits, holiday gatherings, and interviews where Kody proudly proclaimed, "Love should be multiplied, not divided," with the present-day footage of his trial, divided families, and divided hearts. The contrast is gut-wrenching. As the trial moves forward, Robyn is called to testify. Her hands shake as she swears to tell the truth. "Did you know that the funds transferred from the family account were not approved by all parties?" the prosecutor asks. Robyn's lips quiver as she answers, "No. I didn't know. Kody told me it was for taxes. I didn't question it. Maybe I should have." The camera lingers on her face, capturing every flicker of guilt, fear, and heartbreak. In the gallery, Janelle looks away. "It's hard to watch," she says in her confessional. "I think part of her did know, but she didn't want to. Because knowing meant facing the truth about the man she still loves." Christine echoes this sentiment from her Utah home. Robyn was Kody's last defender. And now, even she's seeing what we all saw. It's tragic, but it's also freeing. When the verdict is finally read, guilty on 2 counts of fraud and 1 count of misappropriation of family funds, Robyn lets out an anguished cry. The cameras capture her reaching toward Kody as officers escort him away, shouting, "Kody! Tell them the truth. Please, tell them." But Kody doesn't look back. The gavel strikes, and the courtroom erupts into chaos. Outside, fans, reporters, and even some former family friends gather with signs that read "Justice for the Browns" and "Coyote Pass Lies." In the closing moments of the episode, the narration softens. A somber instrumental version of the Sister Wives theme plays as the screen fades between scenes of Flagstaff's mountain skyline and footage of the Browns' once happy family dinners. Over it, Robyn's voice narrates tearfully, "I thought love could fix anything. I thought if I stood by him, it would show my loyalty. But maybe love isn't about standing by someone no matter what. They told me it's about standing for what's right." The camera cuts to Mary, packing boxes in her new B&B in Utah. "This is closure," she says quietly. "Painful, but necessary." Then to Janelle, walking with her son across a North Carolina farm. "We're starting over," she says. "For the first time, I'm not afraid." Christine and David appear last, smiling together at a family barbecue. "We found peace," Christine says, holding her granddaughter. "I just hope one day, Robyn finds hers." The final shot lingers on Robyn alone in her Flagstaff driveway, watching as a moving truck pulls away. Her voice cracks as she gives her last words to the camera. "I don't know where I go from here. I just know I'm not the villain everyone thinks I am. I loved him. Maybe that was my biggest mistake." The episode ends on her tear-streaked face, fading into black, the text appearing on screen. Next time on Sister Wives, the fallout continues. Then, in a teaser montage for the next episode, we see glimpses of Robyn meeting with lawyers, Janelle and Christine confronting TLC producers about the show's future, and Kody's somber prison call. His voice, hollow and defeated, echoes over the montage. "Tell them I'm still their father. Tell them I did what I thought was right." Robyn's reply is whispered, almost broken, "You thought wrong." As the screen fades out completely, the narrator closes with the haunting words that encapsulate the downfall of the once golden family. In a story built on faith, love, and shared dreams, trust was the one thing that couldn't survive. The Browns were once united by choice, but in the end, divided by truth.